Coming up on this week's episode of Theme Park Worldwide The Show, a brand new nighttime spectacular for the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. I'm going to be talking all about the brand new show and exactly what to expect. Along with that, I've got a construction update on the brand new Mack Rides coaster opening soon at Movie Park Germany, and what is the future for Ferrari Land at Portaventura. Some very interesting changes at the park since it opened, and I'll be sharing all of the details. All of that and our usual weekly sections here on the show. I'm Shawn Sanbrooke, and that means it's time to cue those titles. And as always, a very warm welcome to this week's episode of the show, and I hope you've all had a fantastic week. We've had quite a bit of content going online here on the channel throughout the week, along with our on and off ride videos that have been going on. We've also had a brand new vlog from the Legoland Windsor Resort. It was Charlotte's first time going there, it was my first time going for this year, and yeah, we had a great day. It was quite sad seeing that the big bucket on the Viking River Splash has actually been removed, so we talk all about that in the video and go around the park, see the construction on Ninjago, which is open at the end of the month, have now announced, and yeah, just generally have a good day at the park, so make sure you do check that one out. Also on the channel in the past few days we had our brand new Q&A video with me and Harry Turnstiles, so make sure you do check it out. It's around half an hour long, and for this one we're on location just outside Galactica at Alton Towers Resort, so make sure you do check that out, now online here on our YouTube channel. Of course we've had plenty of on and off ride videos online, and that'll continue as we move throughout the week as well, so make sure you do check them out over on our YouTube channel. Now of course we are just a few days away now from our big event at Alton Towers. I look forward to seeing all of you there this Saturday, Saturday the 20th of May 2017, the date of our big event at Alton Towers. It is going to be great. If you want more details you can find them, the link is down below in the description. It is going to be great. All you need to do is turn up and meet us there at 10:30 at the Frogs on Tower Street. So I look forward to seeing all of you there. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. You can spend the day with us at the park, be in the video. Pretty much everyone from Theme Park Worldwide is going to be there as well, which should be great. And of course you can also purchase your Theme Park Worldwide merchandise. So it's going to be great to see you guys there, 10:30 this Saturday at Alton Towers, and see the links below in the description for more details. Quite a bit of news to get through then this week, so first off let's have a little bit of news off the rails. Now, as I'm sure most of you all know, I'm a massive Disney fan, hence why I'm going out there to Hong Kong, Shanghai and Tokyo in just a couple of weeks' time. I'm so excited. But yeah, of course, the Magic Kingdom over in Florida was the second theme park to open from Disney after Disneyland that opened back in 1955. But yeah, Walt Disney World opened, 1971 came along, and we had the Magic Kingdom. And let's just say the whole resort sort of expanded from there. However, back in 2003, they launched a fireworks show there called Wishes. This actually ended last week. And a lot of people were very sad to see Wishes go, but it was replaced with a brand new multimedia spectacular known as Happily Ever After. Now this show looks absolutely amazing. I've watched a full video online, of course, with me not knowing when I'm next going to get out there to Disney. I didn't want to save the surprise. I thought I'm going to have to watch a video, and I recommend you guys, after you've watched the show, get up there on YouTube and watch a video from this brand new show. It looks fantastic. There's some great videos out there, but I'm going to show you a little clip of it in just a second after I've talked all about it. So like I say, the previous show was mainly just a fireworks spectacular, launched back in 2003, and finally for 2017 we've got this massive new show that features projection mapping technology, lighting, lots of lasers, that kind of thing, and of course fireworks all around the castle, behind the castle, attached to the castle, or on the sides. It looks absolutely stunning. It also features some very rare characters, what you wouldn't normally get in a Disney show, such as Mulan, Quasimodo, Tiana, Hercules, and many more, so make sure you do check that one out, mainly for them rare characters. I do love Mulan, it's a fantastic film. Also it's got the classics in there such as Frozen, Aladdin, Lion King and many more, and this show does look fantastic. It's an 18-minute fireworks spectacular, one of the longest nighttime shows they've done actually in Disney's history, and it looks absolutely amazing. Now it doesn't follow a story as such, it's more a celebration of classic Disney films. However, it's very nicely put together, a brilliant opening soundtrack, a brilliant finale soundtrack, is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to show you this clip. It's around around a minute long, and this just puts together what this absolutely awesome show is out there at the Magic Kingdom. Now, I know a lot of people who've already seen it this week. I also know people going this year. I must say I am very, very jealous, but make sure you send in a review here for me to read out on the show. Here is the brand new nighttime show at the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. It is Happily Ever After. Doesn't that look absolutely fantastic? Like I say, it's a shame it doesn't follow a story, but it looks gorgeous. It's a celebration of Disney films, and the quality of that projection mapping is stunning. Bear in mind the castle is massive there. It's going to look amazing on there. I can't wait to see it in person. I know quite a few people who are going this year. I am very jealous, but hopefully I'll get to go at some point next year to go and see it. So stay tuned here on the channel. Something I am going to see this year though is the brand new Mack Rides coaster, Star Trek Operation Enterprise, which is opening at Movie Park Germany very, very soon. We've still not got an opening date for this, but I'm going to show you some pictures just next to me here. We'll start off with these ones just here of the station. Look at that, a nice sneaky shot there from the train. Doesn't it look gorgeous? It all looks finished in there. Really nice white modern finish to it all. Of course, all themed to Star Trek. So we've got some shots of the queue line just here. Look at those. It looks really nice what they've done. It has got that very fresh, clean feel to it, which looks very good. Hopefully the soundtrack in there will be really nice as well. What we've got, we know I'm a Score have done that, so I can't wait to get in there and check it all out what they've done with that one. But yeah, there's a few more photos from the exterior of the building. You can see they're adding like transfers on there to the side of the station and maintenance shed. And there's some general shots just there of the queue line inside and all around the exterior of it just there as well. It looks stunning. We're going to be riding it as part of our September 2017 mega trip, so make sure you stay tuned here on the channel for that later in the year. It definitely is something to look forward to. This ride looks great. As I say, it's a Mack Rides coaster and it looks stunning. It looks quite slow as it goes over some of the elements, but I do still look forward to getting on there and seeing it. As an overall package, it looks stunning. In terms of the coaster itself, it's going to be interesting to see how that rides compared to these other Mack mega coasters. But yeah, there we go. Movie Park Germany, the brand new ride, opening at some point this summer, so stay tuned for that one. Moving on to my final bit of news, I'm going to talk a little bit about PortAventura and Ferrari Land. Now, this park opened back in April this year. Me and Charlotte went there for the opening. We had a brilliant time, but we couldn't have noticed but how quiet that park was. And it seems that it wasn't just that day it was quiet. I don't think the park is actually doing that very well, which leads me on to talk about what is the future for PortAventura World and Ferrari Land. Now, PortAventura is one of the busiest, most popular theme parks in Europe. It does very, very well. They obviously wanted to put in a second gate park, a bit like Walt Disney Studios at Paris, at Disneyland. However, this doesn't seem like it's been done right to me. When we were there, it was open from 10 till 5, and that was fine. They can just about get away with justifying opening it for that long. However, they have recently started doing a later opening, meaning it is actually open all the way through until 1 AM from 10 in the morning. That is a very, very long day for Red Force to be running. And it's also a very good, big day to be spending out on staff. So very interesting to see what they've actually done here. So they've actually now said there's no more 2 separate sessions. There was like a 10 till 5 session and then like a 6 till 1 session. That's now finished, and we've now got some clear opening time. So from June the 24th until the 10th of September, the park will open from 10 till 8. And then outside of those days the park will open from 10 till 5. So in my opinion this makes perfect sense, but it's a little bit concerning. This is the first year of this park, the first couple of months of this park. What is the future for it? Comment down below and I'll read some of these out next week. I'd just be very interested to see what you guys think the future is. I mean, it's a very expensive park to get into. There's not much in there other than the flying theatre and the big coaster. I mean, there's a little flat ride. I posted an off-ride video the other day, and there's a few other bits in there, but not loads. There really isn't. I think there's about 10 attractions in whole inside that park. So yeah, let's just see what happens there. I mean, it's quite sad to think that they're not getting the numbers, but with it being the price that it is and with it being that second gate park, and you also can't really hop between the parks either. They've been making it like a set thing that you have to do. So let's see what happens with this one. But personally, I really enjoyed Red Force. One of the best, most insane coasters I've ever been on, but they really need to think about the operations there and getting people to stay in the park longer and all that kind of stuff. So comment below on this video. We'll talk about it in a bit more detail next week and what you guys think the future is for Ferrari Land at Port Aventura. Moving on then to a little bit of Name That Coaster.
You're like a roller coaster, move and shake me side to side. Yes, then I know, but I'm making you ride like a roller coaster.
Now, quite a few people actually struggled with this one last week. It's a really good Mack family coaster, this one, and it is located at Europa Park. Any guesses? It's a Mack Youngstar, and it is Pegasus at the park. I mean, I think it's a really good family coaster. There's some nice theming. It usually runs 2 trains. They've taken the VR off it now too, because that was slowing things down. And I really like the loading procedure on there as well. It's no messing. As soon as the train comes in, lap bars up, then one's on, and off you go, sort of thing. So yeah, it's a very nice, efficient ride. But at the end of the day, all Mack rides nice and efficient, or most of them anyway. But yeah, there you go. So it was Pegasus at Europa Park. I think what might confuse a few people is the sound clip that I used was actually from my video where we did it at Horror Nights. So it was playing a bit of different music on there and stuff. So there you go. It was Pegasus the Night Coaster, technically, if you want to be technical with it. But there we go. Let's have another one then for this week. It is Name That Coaster. Here is the clip. Remember, it is just for fun. All you need to do is comment down below, discuss it with other people if you want to, see if you've got it right. It might be a little bit harder, this one, this week, but here we go. It's this week's Name That Coaster. And stop the clip. There we go. So yes, just for fun, comment down below and I'll reveal what the Name That Coaster was in next week's episode of the show. So welcome to this week's Merch Paradise. Quite a special one to share with you this week. It's actually one of my most prized possessions and it was given to me. The reason it was given to me is I never had a chance to buy one of these because I was only 1 year old when the ride opened. It is of course the B&M inverted roller coaster at Alton Towers known as Nemesis. One of the best coasters out there, mainly unique due to all the rock work all the way around the ride, and it is an absolutely stunning experience. There's nothing better than having your feet dangling beneath you and getting so close to the rock work and the waterfalls. But here we go. I was actually given this by a friend of mine, and this is a poster from 1994. Look at this. You've got the original Nemesis logo on. I'm struggling to fit it on the camera here. And then you've just got the beast down there itself and the loop there. If you look at the side, it is Batman the Ride from Six Flags. Look at that. They used that in quite a lot of the marketing for Nemesis back in '94. And there you go, it says sit back, it's fright time at the bottom with the very retro Alton Towers logo. Oh wow, I would love to have ridden the ride in '94 when it opened, but like I say, I was 1. I do remember Oblivion when it opened there. I went there with my dad for opening day. He went on it, but I didn't, of course, because I was only, what, 4 or 5 years old? So there you go. But yeah, what a really nice prize special of mine that is. And I was given to me by a friend who actually moved over to Dubai, so thanks for that. He donated so much to me, and quite a lot of the items I didn't have either, so really nice of him, and really one of my prized possessions. I really need to get that framed and put it up somewhere in the wall. Not really in the wall of theme parks, but maybe in my bedroom it'd go quite nice. But there we go. I'll have another awesome item to share with you guys next week.
Questions, questions, questions everywhere.
Next up then, it is question time, and the first one for this week comes from Ben. Hello Ben, who has asked, if I owned Fantasy Island, what ride would I close if I had to pick one? Now, it might be one of the newer additions at the park, but it's definitely G-Force. Compared to a lot of the other boosters that I've done, I just don't think it's that good at all. It might have the double sort of gondola on each side sort of thing, but I really don't think it's that good at all. What is it with rides called G-Force? I'm just not a big fan of them at all. But there you go, so thanks for your question. Next up then, we've got Aaron, who has asked which midway attraction do I prefer? Can't get my words out. The York Dungeon or the London Dungeon? Now, you'll all know that I love the dungeons. I've got quite a few dungeon-related items here at the World of Theme Parks, including a Rat House sign, and I've also got the stocks from the original London Dungeon in Tooley Street. But yes, I am going to say the London Dungeon, because of the amount of scenes, and I love the new stuff what they've put in there lately, like the Great Fire scene, the changes at the end, but yeah, definitely that. However, I do really like the York Dungeon. It's quite quaint and it does remind me of that Tooley Street Dungeon quite a bit. Yeah, I also like how it's not got a ride, it's just the show scenes in there. I think that works really well, so thanks for your question. Niels has asked, after Symbolica is completed at Efteling, what would I like to see added to the park? Definitely another major coaster. I mean, I love Baron 1898's theming, and the coaster itself is a good ride. It's nothing amazing, but it is a good ride. But apart from that, coaster-wise, I'm not a big fan of the Woodies, I'm not a big fan of Python. I do like the water coaster, but yeah, I'd like to see another major coaster at the park with some heavy theming. Maybe something like Taron-esque, maybe an Intamin launch coaster or something like that. Because at the moment, there's not really a lot what draws me back to Efteling. I enjoyed the park, but it's not one of my favourites out there. So yeah, there you go. Thanks for your question. Finally, Tim, my top 3 drop towers. God, I find it so hard doing like tops, coasters and rides and stuff. But yeah, for this one, number 1, definitely Falcon's Fury, an Intamin drop tower at Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay, Florida. I loved it. It was amazing. It tilts you down so you're looking at the floor into that flying position. And yeah, it's so scary, so brilliant, and I absolutely loved it. Number 2, Apocalypse at Drayton Manor. Brilliant, so forceful, especially on stand-up. It's a brilliant drop tower. And in 3rd place, I am going to say Mystery Castle at Fantasyland because of all the theming, the soundtrack. I think it's fantastic. Of course, you're all facing each other inside this massive tower. Check out the videos we've got here on the channel from Fantasyland to see that one. But yeah, definitely Mystery Castle there in number 3. Thank you for your 4 different questions this week. Keep them coming in, guys. Keep your questions sent in to us here at the show. All you need to do is message them in. You can do that either on Instagram or on our Facebook page. I look forward to reading out 4 more of your questions in next week's episode of the show. Now, before we end this week's episode with TPW Showcase, just want to talk a little bit about the show and what's going to be happening over the next month or so during our Asia mega trip. Now, I did mention it last week that whilst I'm away, there is going to be no episodes of Theme Park Worldwide, the show. That does mean there is going to be 2 weeks where there is no episode, and that will be on the 7th of June and also on the 14th. So make sure you are aware of that one. There will be other videos going online on the channel whilst we're away, but there won't be any episodes of the show on them 2 weeks. The main reason is because we're out there in Asia enjoying the parks. Time zone differences are going to be crazy. We're going to be filming so much other content for the channel, and I don't want to be tied down thinking I'm going to get them on for each Wednesday, as I'm going to be scheduling some other videos to go online whilst I'm away. But yes, there is still 2 more episodes of the show to go before we take that 2-week gap. You got 1 next week and 1 the following week, and like I say, no show on the 7th and 14th of June 2017. The show will then return the week after, talking all about the Asia mega trip, and of course all the vlogs will start to go online then as well. A very exciting time for us here at the channel. We've never done a trip this big. If you don't know what I'm going on about, we are going out to Hong Kong, Shanghai and Tokyo for 18 days. It's going to be an absolutely mental trip. I can't wait to share it with you guys through our various different videos. So there you go, no show on the 7th and 14th of June. So let's end the show then with TPW Showcase. And firstly, we've got this awesome roller coaster phone case to share with you guys. So thank you very much for sending that one in. It's that good, it's giving me an itchy eye. Moving on then, we've got Paul with the Saw on ride photo just there. Thanks for sharing that, Paul. We've then got Luke, who had a photo here with me, along with Claire. Next up then, Leona as well, who had a photo with me there. We've then got Kerry, who had a photo with Harry, so thanks for sending in that one. Harry Turnstiles, everybody, what a legend. Next up we've got William with an Apocalypse on ride photo from Drayton Manor, loving that one, doing a good pose there, look a bit scared. Moving on then, we've got Katie and Will, who had a photo there with me. Along with those guys, we've got Josh as well. Moving on from Josh, we've got Nick and Rachel, who had a photo with me there as well, so thanks for sending in that one. But then got Tasha, who had an awesome photo outside the castle at Disneyland Paris. Love it, what a brilliant Disney park. And thanks for sending in your photo. We then got Joanne, who had a photo here, kids there with me, so thank you very much for sending in that one. We then got Stuart with a Dragon Falls on-ride photo from Chessington World of Adventures Resort. Moving on then, we've got Kerry, who had a photo here with me. It was great to meet you out there, and thank you very much for the awesome birthday cake. I absolutely loved it, so thank you very much for sending that one in. She made a big Theme Park Worldwide cake for my birthday last week, and that goes on for me to say thanks for all the birthday messages. I do really appreciate it. Next up then, we've got Ken and family at SeaWorld over in Orlando, Florida. Then got Chris and Charlotte here with me, so thank you very much for sending in that one. Great to see these guys. These are a beautiful couple, they really are, and it was great to speak to you at the turnstiles at Alton Towers. We then got Brandon with some theme park merchandise. He's got a trophy just there, and a happy birthday to Edward, and good luck to Hannah for her exams from us all here at Theme Park Worldwide. Thank you very much for watching this week's episode of the show. I hope you have enjoyed it. Stay tuned this week for a new episode of Let's Play Planet Coaster, plenty of on and off ride videos, and of course, anyone who's going to Alton Towers on Saturday, I'll see you there at the big Theme Park Worldwide event. It's going to be an awesome day. I can't wait. I'm just getting everything sorted out at the moment for it. Make sure you come along and say hi. Thank you very much for watching. I am Shawn Sanbrooke. This is Theme Park Worldwide, the show, and that means it's time to cue those credits. See you next Wednesday. Bye, folks.